II Disaster Management. India to give flash flood warning to Asian nations. India has been designated as a nodal center for preparing flash flood forecasts by the World Meteorological Organization (WMO). That means India will have to develop a customized model that can issue advance warning of floods in Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and Thailand, according to Dr. Madhav Bandarjeevan, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences. The IMD would be working to customize the weather model developed by the United States and donated to the WMO to warn of flash floods at least 6 hours in advance. Using a combination of satellite mapping and ground-based observation, this system, called the Flash Flood Guidance System, aims to provide forecasts 6 hours in advance. Like India, several Southeast Asian countries depend on a monsoon and are prone to its vagaries. The proposed model would provide forecasts by computing the likelihood of rainfall and the soil moisture levels to warn of possible floods. Though Pakistan was among the list of countries that would benefit from the forecast, it had refused to participate in the scheme. India currently has a warning system for tsunamis that also doubles up a warning system for several Asian countries. The Central Water Commission, which monitors India's dams, warns of rising water levels in the reservoirs, which are usually taken to be signs of imminent floods. The organization has recently tied up with Google to develop a software application to visualize rising water levels during heavy rains. The WMO says flash floods account for 85% of flooding incidents across the world, causing some 5,000 deaths each year. GSII, International, Asia. North Korea returns remains of U.S. war dead. North Korea returned the remains of what are believed to be U.S. servicemen killed during the Korean War, the White House said, with a U.S. military plane making the rare trip into North Korea to retrieve 55 cases of remains. The handover follows through on a promise North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made to President Donald Trump when the leaders met in June 2018 and is the first tangible result from the much-hyped summit. About 7,700 U.S. soldiers are listed as missing from the 1950-53 Korean War, and 5,300 of the remains are believed to still be in North Korea. GSII, bilateral India-China. Indian firms flouting norms to import Chinese goods. Companies in India are sidestepping the anti-dumping measures imposed by the government by deliberately misclassifying items imported from China, according to a report tabled by the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Commerce. The report also notes that the government has been reluctant to review the effectiveness of its anti-dumping measures. This MIS declaration, while importing the goods which otherwise have been put under anti-dumping measures, nullify the whole effort to protect the domestic industry from unfair trade practices. The report added, the Standing Committee named the steel industry as one of the major offenders in this regard, saying that there have been complaints from the domestic steel industry that Chinese non-alloy steel is being imported by being declared as alloy steel. The committee noted that though nearly 75 to 80% of Chinese steel imports are covered under the anti-dumping duty, the import of such steel products have increased